Hey Remy, or Remy, I saw your post and I kind of wanted to help you out. Okay, I think it's your ex or your ex-husband or husband that's struggling, and I'm a recovering addict, and so I'm gonna send you this video. All right, so I'm gonna start with the disease itself. There's two parts to it. It's the mental obsession and the physical allergy. Okay, the mental obsession is what's left to treat after you've made the decision to start living sober and staying clean when you shut that physical allergy off. Okay, so our disease starts in our mind with a thought, and when we're in active addiction, it controls everything, and we put everything before it, or we put everything beneath it, and we put that before everything, our using. And so the physical allergy part about it that makes us an addict or an alcoholic is when we put one in us, when we take that blast of crack or drink or shot of dope or whatever, we want more and more and more, and nothing can stop us. It's usually an outside force. It's usually God that stops us, jails, a rehab, death for some of us that stops us. And and so for the loved one that's going through this with them, the wife, the husband, whoever, Remy, he's sick, and you have to treat him like that. And he may be hurting you and abusing you and everything, but sober, he's a different person. And and so the book describes it as treating him as if he's a has cancer or a cancer patient, having patience with him. It's very hard because a non-alcoholic or non-addict might say to themselves or use themselves as a comparison, as a measuring stick for their partner, and say, all you got to do is make a decision not to get high. But it's more complicated than that. It's a disease now. He's crossed that threshold into addiction where he can't come out of it on his own. And and so there's some suggestions on how to handle this and what you want to do. You know, if he's abusive and you can't handle it, I understand that. I was that way towards my partner. And 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 I don't have a partner anymore because of it. They chose to leave. Do I wish they did? No, because that's not who I am sober. Um, I have my bad times when I do get angry and stuff sober, but it's a lot better than when I'm using. So, you can handle it a couple ways. You can separate yourself, or you can be in the middle of it, not trying to recover for him, but just being there um, when he needs support. But that willingness to change has to come from within him. So when you start to notice it, like I was a crack addict, and and um, and when I hit bottom, you know, and there was a loved one around that noticed it, or I told it, man, I can't do this no more. That's that's when the full support needs to come in and be there, and not put him down, and not tell him how to recover. You know, uh, pray for him, uh, get him help, reach out for people, call places that can help him, and then lay it out for him. And it's going to be ultimately up to him to pick it up. Let's go back to the disease, and so you can better understand it. Mental obsession, it starts with the thought here. If he's sober for a certain amount of days, and no addict really wants to continue to get high. And so he wants that. He wants to be sober, but he can't do it alone. So he's got a few days sober, and he's trying to do something different, but he's not treating his disease. So eventually he's going to give in to that mental obsession. And this goes for anything in life. When we think about it and put it into action, that's when it becomes a problem. So the obsession is described as this, and this is why an addict relapses, is because we think that we're going to regain control of our addiction and that we can control our use. It's not the amount of money or the amount of drugs we used. It's our reaction to drugs that makes us an addict. So he reacts different than other people that can just use drugs or drink and put them down. He can't stop. It's called the phenomenon of craving. He just craves more and more and more and more. And crack especially will make that very present. And you chase crack. I know from experience. So if you love him, be patient with him. Give him that support. Don't allow yourself to be abused. But if you love him, you can pray for him. You can set some things up. But it's ultimately up to him to take them. All right, Remy. I hope this helps. And you can come to my page. I got videos on all the 12 steps. I got videos of me in my addiction, being stupid. And so I understand this. All right. I love you, Remy.